There are a lot of reasons we hang on to clutter, and the average American family has over 300,000 possessions in their home. There are a bunch of different reasons why we hang on to stuff and why we have a really hard time letting stuff go. So today I wanted to go over a few different reasons of why I hang on to too much stuff and why I accumulate clutter, and maybe some of these you might relate with as well. One of the big struggles I have when I'm trying to declutter is if I spent money on something, I'll have a hard time letting it go because I feel like I will have wasted that money. Maybe I bought something and I never ended up using it, or I spent money on it meaning to use it. A lot of times it's like gym equipment or something like that. You think you're going to use it, but you never actually do. Or a shirt that looked cool at the time, but then you never actually end up wearing it. This is something that I really struggle with as a very frugal person, that every time I'm throwing something away, I'm looking at it as I'm throwing $20 away here. So it's hard for me to do that, even if I haven't used it in a few years. I have gotten a lot better about this and realizing that it's kind of like it's sunk cost. I already spent the money, it's already gone. If I'm not going to use it, then what's the point of hanging on to it? Gonna try to sell it or donate it. Another way I try to trick myself into hanging on to stuff is I used to use it. We kind of all go through these different phases in life. Maybe it's you're into books for a while, you're into fitness for a while, you're into woodworking, and just like these weird hobbies that we pick up, and you're into it like a lot for 6 months, and you got all this stuff, and then you never get back into it. But you don't want to sell all that stuff because you're like, oh, I want to get into that again. Maybe it's even something like guitar. Like if you get really into it, you have this guitar and then you don't play it for 4 years. Well, how long are you going to hang on to that? I think this is something that we all struggle with, and I'm just kind of realizing that a lot of times I don't go back to that original thing. I'll get really into something and then I'll move to something else, and it's okay to get into something if I really enjoy that, and I don't have to hang on to it in case I get back into it 4 years from now. It's okay to let it go and to move to something else. It's kind of like the process of life, and I don't need to fight it. It was free. So this can be gifts, or just, I'm a sucker for anything free, really. As a very frugal person, when you go to different events and they'll give you anything free, I will pretty much take it. Any type of free food, I will take it. Everybody who knows me knows that. Those things can really accumulate when you all of a sudden you have 50 pens and you have, t-shirts that are not all that comfortable, but maybe they have somebody's logo on them. They're giving them out. You took one because it's free. And at some point, if you never wear that, you have to get rid of it. Or it's also, if people give you a gift, a lot of times you feel really guilty about giving that thing away, even if you've never worn it. Somebody gives you a shirt, it doesn't fit, it's not your style, it's just there's no reason for you to hang on to this, but you feel really bad about getting rid of it because you don't want to offend that person. I've kind of gotten to the point where if people give me stuff, I'm just not going to hang on to it forever if I'm never going to use it. Like, it doesn't really serve any purpose to delay the inevitable of eventually I'm going to get rid of this thing. I just don't need to hang on to it for 3 years and then get rid of it because I know I'm never going to use it. Impulse buying or sale items. Yeah. This is my bread and butter back in the day. The $3 t-shirts, the $5 jeans, usually at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, just gonna be honest. And now I've pretty much stopped doing that entirely, because when you go in and it's like, well, it's a $45 shirt that I can get for $5. I just saved $40. Like, no, you didn't. You just spent $5 on a shirt that is built for like a Minecraft person. It's a square and you're never gonna wear it. And I absolutely hate those, but I used to have, like an extra 20 or 30 of them in my closet. And now I've gotten rid of them completely, and I moved on to stuff that I actually like to wear. And I refuse to get anything that is not gonna be my absolute favorite thing. And that goes with a lot of different things. You can buy too much food at once. You can buy too much of anything. When you're trying to save money, it can really be a trap into buying too much stuff that you end up wasting money on. If you get a bunch of meat and you don't end up using half of it, well, it might have been 25% off or 50% off, but now you just wasted half this stuff. So you didn't really save any money. You spent the same amount and you just wasted half of it. So while I am a big fan of buying things in bulk and on sale, just doing things really smartly, if that's a word, and not buying too much or getting too excited and getting too much stuff is something I've been working on. Childhood. A lot of us have gone through, maybe your parents bought all your clothes for you and you were never allowed to get your own stuff, or you didn't get the stuff that you wanted to get. And I've seen this happen with myself a little bit, and definitely with other people a lot, is if you didn't have a lot of stuff growing up, you tend to accumulate a lot of stuff in the future, and you never realize it until it kind of strikes you at some point that, like, wow, I was never allowed to pick out my own clothes, and now I have so many clothes and I'm hanging on to them. I hate to get rid of them. And it's just really hard. And well, I love all of them. It's like, well, no, you don't. You don't wear all of them. It's definitely something that happens to a lot of us, where you didn't have something as a kid and now you overcompensate as an adult, and it's usually subconsciously. But once you look at like, well, why do I have all these shoes? Why do I have all these shirts? Why do I have all these pots and pans? Why do I have all this food like stockpiled? A lot of times it's subconsciously because something happened to you as a kid where you didn't have that, and now you're just kind of hanging on to everything, and you have all this stuff in the attic, in the basement for just in case. And it's usually because something happened to you as a kid, which kind of ingrained that mentality into yourself. This can also go the other way, where if your parents were hoarders, then you have that tendency to do a little bit of yourself, where you can also hoard stuff, or you can go the absolute opposite direction, where you kind of, embrace minimalism before even knowing about it, where if your parents had a lot of stuff, you don't have a lot of stuff. So just realizing kind of those tendencies that you have and kind of asking where they came from is something that's helped me a lot. Like, well, why am I having this visceral reaction to getting rid of this random, sentimental thing, or this random thing? How does that really impact my life? And as you dig deeper, you're like, oh, I see what it is. I see what happened here. Sentimental items. This can be cards that people give you, or it can be, something that your parents gave you, or you have that from your childhood or youth or whatever. Like, oh, this was your favorite stuffed teddy bear that's now ripped to shreds and it's been up in the attic for 20 years. But when you go to declutter your attic and you pull it out, you're like, oh, I don't want to get rid of that. Well, something that I found with this is I don't want to hang on to, I'm not a very sentimental person with items in general, but something that I've found really helpful is like, if I really truly care about this, then I'm going to use it to like decorate my home. Like I'm going to put it in my living room, or, I'm really going to use it all the time, or I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm not going to put it in a box to look at it every 20 years. I'll just take a picture or something. Granted, I know everybody's different, and there are some items that, hey, if it does bring you a lot of joy and value, and you just want to know that you have it in your attic somewhere, then that's fine. But unless I'm actually going to use it and physically see it all the time because it means that much to me, I'm trying just to get rid of it, because I don't want to have my emotions tied up with these random possessions. I think actually one of the most common reasons that we hang on to clutter and we accumulate stuff is we just never think about it. Unless you're embracing this minimalist lifestyle and you're kind of digging into this, a lot of people never even crosses their mind to just go through and declutter their house. And if you never think about it, you're never gonna start taking action on those things, and things just tend to build up, and we just tend to buy more stuff as everything's becoming cheaper and cheaper, and consumerism's really skyrocketing, and you can get something on Amazon the next day. It's really easy to just keep buying a few things every day, and over years that adds up to thousands of things that are just sitting around. If you never think about it and take the time to go through and like intentionally declutter your house, it just tends to add up. A lot of times writing it down and facing the reasons that you are hanging on to clutter and like really actually thinking about it can help you out a lot. So what are the reasons that you are hanging on to clutter? Let me know down in the comments. We're doing a month of minimalism, so every video this month is going to be on some aspect of minimalism. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell thingamajiggy so you don't miss out on those. And I will see you next week.